Hello students, this video is a continuation of my previous video on rights issue. In my previous video, I have told you about the meaning of rights issue, the features of rights issue, the reasons for rights issue and its advantages and disadvantages. For a better understanding of this video, kindly watch my previous video for which I'll give you the link in the description. Today, I am going to tell you about 4 simple steps involved in the calculation of the value of rights. I'll be working out a simple problem also. Let me proceed further now. 4 steps are involved in the calculation of the value of the right shares. So let us see what are these 4 steps, one after the other. Step 1. Ascertain the total market value of the shares which a shareholder is required to possess in order to get additional shares in the form of fresh issue. So, in order to get additional shares in the form of fresh issue, as you already know, usually shares are issued only to the existing shareholders. It will be given as for so many existing shares, one right share will be given. Like that, there will be a proportion, right? So, first, what you have to do is you have to ascertain. What do you mean by ascertain? Find out. You have to find the total market value of the shares which a shareholder is required to possess. Okay. For example, if it is given for every 3 existing share, one right share will be issued. You have to find out what is the total market value of these 3 existing shares. Okay. So, finding out the market value of the shares which a shareholder is required to possess in order to get the additional shares in the form of right shares, that is step 1. Okay, now let us proceed to step 2. What is step 2? Add to the above market price. In step 1, we are finding out the market price, isn't it? To the above market price, the amount to be paid to company, the amount paid to be paid to the company for additional shares of the fresh issue. That is the amount to be paid to the company for the right shares. Whatever is the value of the right share, that amount which has to be paid to the company has to be added to the market price. Okay, that is step 2. You'll be able to understand all this better when I solve a simple problem which I'll be doing after explaining these steps. Okay, so step 1 is finding out the market value of the shares which a shareholder is required to possess in order to get additional shares in the form of fresh issue. Step 2 is with the market price calculated as per step 1, add the amount to be paid to the company for the additional shares, that is for the right shares. Then step 3 is to find the average price. So what should you do? In step 3, you have to find the average price. So how to find out the average price? The average price can be calculated by dividing the total price calculated under step 4. So in step 2, I'm sorry, the total price calculated under step 2. Under step 2, you will be calculating the total price, isn't it? That should be divided by the total number of shares. So, total price calculated as per step 2 divided by the total number of shares will give you the average price. Now, the last step, step 4, is for calculating the value of the right. So, how will you calculate the value of the right? For calculating the value of the right, deduct average price, deduct average price from the market price. So value of right is equal to what? You can say that value of right is equal to What I have given, deduct average price from the market price. So market price minus average price. So market price minus average price, that will give you the value of the right. Okay. So these are the four steps which are involved in calculating the value of the right. First, you have to find out the market value of the shares which the shareholder is required to hold in order to get the additional shares or right shares. The second step is to the market price, you have to add the value of the additional shares, the amount to be paid for the additional shares. Step 3 is find the average price, and step 4 is to find out the value of the right, which is equal to market price minus average price. So you will be able to understand all these steps much better when I work out this particular problem. So let me work out a problem. I'll read the problem first. A company makes a rights issue of one share of rupees 100 at a premium of 10% for every three shares held by the members of the company. Shares of the company are being sold in the market at rupees 150 per share. Find the value of the right. So, what is the question here? The question here is find the value of the right. So you're given a company makes a rights issue of one share of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%. So what is the value of the right share? 100 plus 10% premium. 10% of 100 is 10 rupees. So 100 plus 10 is equal to 110. So that will be the the value of one right share. Okay. Now let us proceed with the various steps. First step, I told you four steps are involved, isn't it? First step is ascertain the market value of the shares which a shareholder is required to possess in order to get right shares. So, what is given for every three shares held, one right share will be given. So, the ratio here is 3 is to 1. So, the market price of three shares held by the shareholder will be, what is the market price given as per the problem? You're given the market price as 150 per share. So 3 into 150. So 3 into 150. So how much will you get here? You will be getting rupees 450. So this is what is the answer for step 1. Okay. Now let us proceed to step 2. What is step 2? Add to the above market price the amount to be paid to the company for additional shares. So how much is market price? Market price is 450. And what is the value of the additional share? The value of the additional share, it is given that it is issued at 10% premium. So 100 plus 10% premium. So that will give you 110. So the total of this two will give you 560. So what is 560? 560 is the total price of 4 shares. Okay. Now let us proceed with step 3. What is step 3? Find the average price. How will you find the average price? Average price is equal to total price of 4 shares divided by 4. So what is the total price of 4 shares which we have found out? The total price of 4 shares comes to 560. So this 560 rupees 560 divided by 4 will give us the average price. So how much will be the average price? The average price will be equal to rupees 140. Okay. Now step 4. What is step 4? Step 4 is to find the value of the right. Deduct the average price from the market price. The difference is called the value of the right. So, okay, this is what is the way in which you have to find the value of the right. So, value of the right is equal to market price minus average price. So, how will you find it out? What is the market price which we calculated already? The market price which we calculated already is 150, and the average price which we found out is rupees 140. So the value of right will be rupees 10. So what will be the value of right? The value of right will be rupees 10. So this is how you have to find out the value of right. Okay. I hope you are clear with all these four steps. Hope you are clear with what all I have told you today. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and also share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video.